Alright, folks, welcome to another league with Recolor Urza. We made a couple of changes, literally a couple of changes from the previous league. I felt like the mana base was lacking a water grave because in a couple of situations I just needed to cast a Thopter Foundry, and like I have a bunch of fetches, but I just couldn't because my only black source entered the battlefield tab. So I added the water grave, and the other change that I made is I added a second copy of engineered explosives in the sideboard in place of the experimental frenzy. So we're gonna see if this works a little better. Remember when people wanted to ban Urza? Yeah, those were the times. People finally came to their senses that they're like, oh, right, Urza is not the fucked up card. There's a different fucked up card. Still want to ban Urza for Opal. The thing is, I guess if Opal were unbanned, would Urza be broken? I'm not even sure. I'm honestly not sure that would be the case. I feel like Astrolabe did a lot more for Urza than Opal ever did. Of course, I'm not going to fetch here because I want to Emery on 2. Watery Grave? Uh-oh. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it might mean. Really hope that doesn't mean what I think it might mean. I think I'm cracking bubble here. If I draw another 0, that's bad, because I would like to Emery plus Engineer. Okay, this is fine. JVP. Alright. Trying to Scalding Tarn. Play Emery first, because if we find... Didn't find it. I was gonna say if we find the other triumph, I'd rather return that into Ren. So put in know what year it is. I don't know, but I hope that they have something spicy for us. Definitely hoping there's something spicy awaiting. Got a Spellbomb in the yard. We got Cryptic Mana. Maybe we end up with Emery? Seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. Free Opal for you to play Affinity game. I'm honestly not sure. If you unbanned Opal, I'm not sure whether Affinity would be playable. Anyway. Not gonna lie, things are not looking good here. Holding up counter magic, maybe? Okay. Jace is not flipping this turn. That's good for us. It's going to be flipping next turn, though. Get in there, engineer. Boom. Take one, baby. Got him. Do I want to bounce their Jace, or do I want to... I think I just want to bounce their Jace. Yeah, because otherwise you just get cryptic again, so... Titan mana online. I love how our hand was very, very, very bad, but it just didn't matter. I think I do not want Ashiok. Let's see what you're up to, Ter. This is the blue-white list. Is there a reason why you're not playing Rebuke instead of Mana Leak? I have been very, very impressed with Rebuke, and it seems like Rebuke would even be much better in your deck than it is in the one that I'm playing right now. One more December. You have like Witching Wells and shit. Like, it seems like Rebuke would be insane in your deck. I'm waiting for a more aggro plan, so League is an early game spell. I mean, if you're going for a more aggro plan, then you probably want to have more swords, I think. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Well, this hand fucks. Which will pitches the force. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm gonna play Goose here. Play Goosey Goose. You got it. Fatal Potion top. Those are cards. Those are cards, all right. Well, we're definitely looking strong on defense. Now it's a matter of... Okay, so they're not joining the push. Now it's going to be a matter of... Do we get to cycle these veils into real cards, and do we get to slam our Urza? Grixis control. I actually tried to make blue-black control work, and it was pretty interesting. With Lurrus. It was fun. It was actually quite fun. I'm not sure whether it's as competitive as I would like it to be, unfortunately, but it felt like it had some legs, even if it didn't have all the legs. Okay. Imagine how much better this would be if this were land. What are they doing? I mean, they're playing draw go. Makes sense. They're just playing draw go. They probably feel like they are advantaged if the game goes long, and it might be. Maybe they have like Into the Story and shit like that. I have to imagine that they have Into the Story and stuff like that. So I'm gonna fire off this Cryptic here on end step just to cycle it. Permanent to owner's hand, draw a card. And this is probably gonna force my opponent to do something here. Cycle Spellbomb in response. They don't want to get rid of the Cryptic. Okay. Well, Ren doesn't do too much. So we want to make sure that we stack our triggers here because this Udo is enabling my Mox Amber right now. Like, I got nothing to do with it, which is unfortunate, but... So I guess we're just going to pass the turn back. I mean, obviously what I was trying to do there was to, you know, make sure that we can get some value there, but didn't quite work out. Like, if we had found the land, we would have been able to, like, play a Ren, maybe get some value that way, but instead we just whiffed. Just whiffed. And now we're pro. So it still wouldn't have from that. Yeah, while the Uro is in play, it does. But then when the Uro dies, it doesn't anymore. I know my opponent's probably gonna Lurrus here, which I am going to rebuke. But my opponent's very likely just gonna pay. But again, I just want to tap them out so I can do stuff on the crackback. Oh, yeah. Talking to Force, yeah. They're probably just gonna pay for it, but that means that we get to resolve our Urza. So it's not the end of the world. It's basically Lurrus versus Urza. The problem is that we don't have green mana, so we can't really protect our Urza, which really sucks. We don't have another one though, so that's something. Another rebuke. God damn it. Rebuke flooded. Rebuke flooded. Imagine they're gonna get back the Nihil Spellbomb here. Ooh, they get to untap the Lurrus. It's kind of pog. It's really funny to me how out of their way. Wait, what? Oh, they can't eliminate the Urza. That's hilarious. Yeah, you got it. That's pretty funny. That's a free attack. Unfortunately, I can't block because there's too many things that punish me. Call Owens Command, Lightning Bolt, etc., etc. That's definitely, it's just a free attack from my opponent. They should 100% of the time do it, and unfortunately, I can't punish them. So they're gonna be able to Dreadbore the Urza, but we have Veil plus Rebuke, which is nice. My opponent continues to draw 2 cards a turn though, so. And now they have ways to interact with their Udo and stuff. They should definitely crack Nihil Spellbomb to draw a card on instead. And then replay it on their turn. Maybe they're playing a removal on the Lurrus. Maybe. Okay. Just want to draw a card for 0. Interacting with my art seems pretty relevant though. I'm basically giving up to against Lightning Bolt here. Knew it. I knew that they had it. I'm actually kind of excited to be able to cycle this Veil here or force a counter spell, best case scenario, obviously. Please. Please cryptic me. Please cryptic me. Do it. Archmage's Charm. We can spin Urza here. I think I'm going to Rebuke so I get to resolve another. This way I get to resolve another Urza next turn. Okay. You can't let me untap, opponent. Don't let me untap. Don't let me untap. Don't do it. Don't let me untap. Don't do it. You have to crack now. There we go. Woof. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really want to trophy this Lurrus. Can we have to do this though? Looking kind of okay here. Sort of meek being mill there. Kind of sucks, but it's fine. They're probably going to get back this Pablum here, which honestly I think it's what they should have done earlier. Yeah. We're saying mother, me likey. Yeah, me likey too. I wish I had been able to resolve Ren there. Unfortunately, can't do. Crack right now, which makes a lot of sense. Sure. Tar Pit? Let's go, opponent. Let's go. Let's go, Tar Pit. Fuck yeah. It's kind of a great draw. Green, red. Ren and Ticks. Spell Snare. Veil. If they have Cryptic, this is kind of annoying. If they have something like Archmage's Charm or whatever, it's fine. They have Cryptic. So it is kind of annoying. Counter draw. I think I'm gonna spin Urza here. See what we find. We might find another form of counter spells. Find a land. No such luck. I could attack the Jace with all three of them. That means we kill Jace. But then my opponent gets it back next turn. Just gonna attack with the construct. Emery doesn't do anything. So basically we're really hoping that this Urza doesn't die here. The good thing is that they had a Dreadbore, which is gone now. Okay, so that means that they're going to be killing the Construct, I guess. This time, unfortunately, I cannot afford to lose the Urza to a Lightning Bolt, so we're not going to block. Always fangirling over some weird card choices, like the Murder had last week. It's possible. I like it when people think outside the box. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Hey Magnus, how's it going? What is this? Archmage's Charm. They're gonna steal my 5/5. So they can of course charm this, but if they charm this, they can't charm this. Yeah, my opponent's playing actual Grixis control with Lurrus and shit. We are casting Urza. We are indeed casting Urza. Oh, how times have changed. Drawing Sunken Ruins. Beware of Cruel Ultimatum. Yeah, gotta be careful with that. Fluffy was streaming Grixis control with Great Titan last week. Wow. I have no other words but just wow. Yeah, I'm not playing the Sif. No, I'm not playing the Sif. Not worried about Cruel Ultimatum. Spike was playing Twitch. He was calling it Twitch Grixis or something like that. Twitch chat Grixis. It was funny. The other Titan deserve loves too. Yeah, they did. They did deserve love. And then there was one Titan that rose above them all. And was it glorious? Boy, was it glorious. So we're probably gonna get Construct killed and discard hand. Oh, they killed Embry. Okay. No, 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 let me click. I had to make a food. Whoops. Punt. Yeah, unfortunately we can't. I don't think we can really play around bold K command anymore. Sun Titan because it wins the game mid turn 2. Wow. Sounds pretty amazing, actually. Missed out on a food. Missed out on a food like an idiot. Oh, that's okay. I actively don't want to kill this Snapcaster because then Lurrus gets it back. So killing the Snappy sounds like a bad deal. I guess I should have played this on tap because it would have allowed me to cycle this on end step. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, Snap on Lurrus is pretty hot. Let's see if I can find the list that I was messing around with. This is not the one. This is the one. This is the list I was messing around with. It was pretty fun. Maybe I'll play that tomorrow. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. I want to be playing that tomorrow. Oh, they stole my construct on end step. I totally missed that. Why am I playing this deck? Because it's fun. No other reason than the fact that it's fun. Thorniel says, Friday 9 months ago we did something, today it's a Titan. That's beautiful. That's just poetry, Thorniel. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 9 months of support. So they should draw into Cryptic. Like, they know that my hand is a dud. And that's 3... So they drew Cryptic. They tap my dudes. 3, 6, that's lethal. No. Oh no, opponent. I'm gonna pack it in though. I'm just gonna pack it in. Like, obviously they meant to attack with the Gripping Tar Pit. It's fine. Alright, that Lurrus guy is kind of a problem, so do the Yashioks come in? If that Lurrus was a sign type, this game would be over already. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not even that. Like, you just play a Mystic Gate, right? Right, Terra. You just play a Mystic Gate, and bam, you just have Titan mana. It's so easy, so easy to splash. Yeah, that was funny, Antonio. That was funny. No te hagas problema, Antonio. No te hagas problema. Te banco, te banco. Sí. Te entendí, igual, entendí lo que quisiste hacer. Entendí lo que quisiste hacer, por eso concedí más fácil. Do I want Ashiok? La tenía perdida por tiempo. Estás bajo en tiempo, sí, te vas a tener que jugar rapidito la última. Ah, ok. Bueno. So, that's obviously Antonio in chat. He's saying that he's just low on time. He's not gonna be able to win, so he just backed it in. Good games, local, good games. So, what is it that you were playing? It's just like a Lurrus, like Grixis pile? Just Lurrus control? I was showing chat the list that I was working on. Yes, this was pretty fun. Had a lot of cool stuff going for it. I think Blood Chief's Thirst is a very underplayed card in Modern right now. I think this card is actually very, very good right now. It seems like everything that is relevant to kill is just 2 mana. Besides Udo specifically, right? Which you can push. But like the fact that you can kill anything, like you can just kill anything from the hammer deck, you can kill anything from the prowess deck. That's what I was what I meant to say. I don't know why I was just blanking on the word prowess. And then you can also kill a Ren. It's kind of a big deal. Also, it can kill Stormwing, with push doesn't. Like it's 4 mana to kill Stormwing. It's not awesome or anything, but like yeah, like I've used Blood Chief's Thirst to kill. When I was testing this deck, I used it to kill like Jace the Mind Sculptors for 4 mana. I used it to kill 3 fairies. Yeah, the only win cons are Snapcaster and the Lurrus in the sideboard. That's the only win cons. I never needed any other win cons. I played multiple games with that deck and I never needed any other win cons. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I'm feeling it though on the draw. We're gonna find a land. It's gonna be great. Wild Neck Cattle. Holy shit. Am I just getting Water Grave so I can, like, last resource get rid of this Nihil Spellbomb? Nah, I'm just getting Breeding Pool. We're totally finding a red source later. Yeah, this league is something. Oh, yes! Sunbaked Canyon Wildland Cattle, let's fucking go. I mean, we're dying anyway, but it's cute that it happened, you know? I'm just fucking dead, right? I'm hella dead. Yeah, 2013, let's go. I mean, I'm taking this damage. Rain on top. Yeah, that card's not gonna matter. Boom, dead. Let's get to the next one. Gustos, thank you very much. Engineered explosives. Feeling very smart right about now for wanting an extra copies of explosives. Engineer. I guess Engineer actually enables the combo, so I'm gonna keep it. Ren, we can shave a couple of copies and just cut a Cryptic. Boom, look at this hand. Look at this hand, chat. Let's go. What am I doing? It's just basic forest here? Yeah. Basic forest, Guzarino. Turn to Emery. Engineer, find sword. Spire of Industry, you're gonna love that. Oh yeah. This is basically, fucking City of Brass, but with upside. Enabled by my lonesome food. So we Urza here and we win next turn. I guess we don't win unless we find a fetch, because we're gonna need red mana and black mana. Ooh, Gobo, let's go! Gobo, let's do this. Second Gobo. There's a Cryptic on top. Where are my Titans? We're trying something new today. Every now and then I like to spice things up. Man, these triumphs have been so awkward. Can block here. It's gonna tap all creatures, draw a card. Oh shit, I forgot I had to take one. So we die to Boros Charm. Brutal. Like, we could block, but I'm still forced to Boros Charm anyway, so... What do I think about Grixis Shadow? It just seems worse than all the other decks that you could be... Grixis Shadow to me is just like strictly worse red-black Shadow, right? Like, it's playable, but like you're just doing something worse than the other version of Shadow. So we obviously we were gonna win that game very easily if we had access to a reasonable mana base. Like, I just continue losing games to my mana over and over again. It's like a repeating story. Shadow is worth back or sharp. It seems you either want to grind Udo or get under it. Yeah. I don't know, like, Stubborn Denial is fine, but I don't think it's like great or anything. And that's the problem. Like, if Stubborn Denial is not good, then Grixis Shadow just sucks. So you basically need gonna bubble them, so we need to find the blue source, join an Inkmoth. Sweet. Oh, we're playing against Oderu Surungus, who's another streamer. Stub is fine, but is Angular better than Scourge? Yep, those are the questions. Those are the questions that you gotta ask yourself. So he finds Colossus Hammer. That was kind of a sick draw, isn't it? So if I ran here, we can ran plus, and we can goose, hold up, rebuke. That works, right? Or I can Emery. Yeah, I think this works. I am like 95% sure that this works. Yeah, but I'm sacking the food to tap the blue, right? That's the weird part of it. But I think it actually works. Or it should work, at least. Because tapping mana, you can't. Are you sure, Laplacian? Are you sure that I can't? Okay, they didn't play anything I could counter, so we got wrecked. Outplayed. Their hand sucks. We got outplayed because their hand sucks. Damn it. Look at all of the X and 2s. Feels bad, man. Fetch. Island. Urza. Still not sure whether we can do this or not, so I'm just going to play Emery. I mean, he could have the perfects, which would be Cigar the Save into Hammer. This is basically a free block. So he'll be 1 minute short, doing stuff here. So I guess I have to bubble myself. So I think we start by bubbling myself. See what we have on top. There's an Udo on top. I don't think that does it. So since that doesn't do it, two, three, four, five. So I'm just in explosives here, right? Play explosives on 1. We hold on to Rebuke this turn, and then we play Explosive Summon. Best draw is a Cryptic, obviously. Oh, there we go. That's also a draw. Now, I'm pretty sure that, like, it's the same as Chord, right? Like, I know that Chord works. For a fact, I know that Chord works. I know for a fact that Chord works. So I think we just Rebuke this. So he pays 3 now. But he tapped the Ink Moth, so he can't actually lethal me. So this is fine. He can cast Hammer. Convoke and Improvise do not work the same. Okay, there you go. Good to know. Using Urza to tap Mox, yeah, just to show him, you know? Sometimes you just gotta show him. So we're gonna play Explosives for 1. Play a Tarn. Play a land. Boom. Got him. Alright, Explosives is obviously nuts here. Assassin's Trophy. Against Hammer. When you get Urza, you can tap with Urza, float mana, and decide with Goose. I still think without Urza, this should be different. Looking for a continuative. I am wondering. Like I was just comparing it for Core because I assume that it worked the same. For those of you that don't know, Wall of Roots can tap for 2 for Cord, and even if it dies, you are supposed to be able to do it when you're tapping mana. So if the Wall of Roots is 0/1 and you can still tap it for you can tap it for Cord, and you can also put the 0/0/1 counter. This is bugged on MTGO, but it works in paper. It's been bugged for like 4 years now. It's probably, I think it might be the longest running bug that I can remember. So there's that, and they miss double tap to get in mock flying. Metalcraft with both Ink Moths. They equip for 0. They attack. Did they have enough mana? I think they were missing 1 mana, right? I thought they were missing 1 mana. Maybe I'm wrong. So this is a turn 1 Goose with Cryptic. Feels like I can do better than this. Now this is a turn 1 Goose with Udo and Cryptic. I like that better. Without Cryptic, but with Udo. Udo seems better than. Turn 1 Giver. Talk to me. Taking some damage here. I think this is fine. So we can turn to Urza. The turn to Udo. Oh. Never mind, we can't. It's kind of cute. He is great against hammer. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a second copy in the board. No land is sad. So we get no value from this Embry here. Very sad. You can't sack and tap food for rebuke. Okay. 47.50. Okay, good to know. So I guess it just works differently than other things that I would assume work the same, but they just don't. So there's the hammer. There's the aid. Yikers. Yikers. I'm gonna take 14 here. Woof. Yeah, we're just super fucking dead here. Rain has looked so awkward. We can Urza here, but that doesn't do anything. It's crazy how that relic warder on the food, it slowed me down so much. It also sucked that we didn't mill anything of relevance with the Embry, obviously, but what can we draw? Because we're dead. So I guess if he finds the Ink Moth line, we're dead. No, because it is sorcery speed, so I guess I need another hammer. Okay. What up? Oh man. Can I try milling EE with Embries? I could, but then I can't cast it, right? Because Embry costs 2. I only have 1 artifact. So then I can mill the explosive, and then I can't cast it for 1. Because we're not drawing lands. Yeah, exactly. That's why I stopped there for a second. It's because we kind of can't do this. So they should activate again. I'm gonna give this pro green, sorry. And now they have to activate again, so they give it flying. So otherwise we just chump with the Embry. They didn't know about the activate again trick. Yeah, so the thing is that you equip the hammer and then you activate again, so it gets flying again. But I guess my opponent didn't know. Layers everywhere. Another hammer. Jump with Stoneforge. Okay, so what are we doing here? Play bubble. They don't have X1s that I can kill. So I guess I just play Emery. Found another bubble. Maybe their first time hammering. Yeah, I think so. They might be just trying out the deck. But yeah, in case you don't know, like Odeiro Surungus is actually a streamer. He streams Ghost Empire is his username. His Twitch username. He was part of the MSL, the Modern Streamers League, which we did last year. It was a lot of fun. Good guy. Marcus is his name. Let's try to figure out how to get through the good old Gildy Goose. Is not live right now? Okay. He says, don't give my stream a shout out because I'm playing awful. Don't worry, dude. He did find the line though. He did find the line. Alright, so for this game, I'm gonna make sure that I draw my Aether Spell Bombs and my Explosives and my Assassin's Trophies. I think that's gonna be my strategy this game. What are people running to fight Hammer? It really struggles with Engineered Explosives. Like, I think we played against Hammer earlier today, and like, we just play this card and they can't do anything. Like, they just roll over and die. And then you can just play like Fatal Push. Lightning Bolt is not that great, but Fatal Push is pretty good against them. Path to Exile, obviously very good as well. Just like removal. If you just play removal, They can't do too much about it. But if you don't play removal, then you kind of get wrecked. Or they can simply not draw the Cigar the Sade or whatever, and then they just die. Baby Karn is pretty solid, yeah. Unless they draw Cigar the Sade. If they have Cigar the Sade, Baby Karn doesn't do shit, but when they don't have Cigar the Sade, and they only play 4 copies of Cigar the Sade. So it's not like they have that many chances of finding it, but you know. Because pure Steel Paladin is pretty good, but like Cigar the Sade is definitely what allows the deck to be playable. Like if they had access to maybe like 8 pure Steel Paladins, I don't think the deck would be as good. Cigar the Sade really is the big one there, because allowing them to play at instant speed. Like if you only have pure Steel Paladin, then you're just lightning bolt or shit, and they die, right? Like when they have to do stuff at sorcery speed, it's a lot tougher for them. But Cigar the Sade really is what makes the deck playable. A bit Carnage Mantraders with it. Yeah, it's not impossible. It's definitely a lot harder. But, yeah. I don't know, the deck seems not my style. But like I can see how people would find that kind of deck interesting or fun. Also, it's just silly, right? Like the silliness aspect is like through the roof, right? The silliness aspect is just through the roof. Like even when you look at the card Colossus Hammer, it's just like, oh, I guess I don't have Colossus Hammers. Even just looking at the card Colossus Hammer, you're like, this card is a fucking joke, right? Like the art with the freaking the little guy just holding the massive hammer. It's just, it's kind of cute, right? Like it's just pretty absurd. It's kind of ridiculous. So like it definitely gets a lot of points there. There's only one way to be sure it's really dead. Is the flavor text. That's just glorious. Well, we found the explosives, but we also have 4. We have 4 drops in our hand, so probably not doing that. Okay, just gonna bottom the redundant Urza. Also, their spell seems kind of gas against them. He keeps 7, yeah. Either Spellbomb being broken and allowing me to tap my Spiral of Industry for any colored mana. Unfair. Unfair advantage. I'm definitely playing the Goose on 2. I'm gonna Goose you, opponent. You're gonna get goosed real good. Then we Urza on 3. It's pretty strong opener, I would say. Not cracking Spellbomb because my opponent showed me Relic Warder. So if they attempt to Relic Warder the Spellbomb, I can just cycle it. Is that what's happening? No, Stoneforge. Did get the hammer. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm listening. I am listening. So they're dead next turn? Unless they answer this Urza. Relic Warder. They have to kill the construct. Spell bomb. Am I bouncing their dude? I think I just cycle. There's no way my opponent has surgical, right? We're not playing around surgical. Oh, I guess we didn't have the blue. We didn't have a thing to get the. We didn't have a way to get the loop going, so I guess that bubble was a sick draw there. I really doubt that my opponent is ghosting Guto. I really doubt it. They're a good guy. And fellow streamer as well. I mean, I don't think that there can be a streamer that ghosts. That's just idiotic, right? No, this says non-token. I think what my opponent was doing there is they were trying to set up lethal for the following turn. So maybe they were sandbagging the Cigata Sade and then they were trying to set up a lethal attack with the Ink Moth. Should always accused in stream sniping. I mean, sometimes I would see it. Why are you seeing ads? I don't know. You shouldn't be seeing ads. Yeah, I actually have seen that, Agent. Like sometimes I like my subs will have ads and I'm like, what the hell's going on, right? This hand has the combo eventually. Just too slow though, right? Keeping this one. I'm getting Breeding Pool there. This Wicked Embryon too, but like Breeding Pool, like we have more green cards and red cards in our deck, so. Let's see what we're up against. My opponent says that they play bad decks. So let's see if they're actually playing bad decks or they're trying to hook me. That's me vomiting. That's me vomiting after my Renin 6 just pings that Akom Hellhound. Too bad that this doesn't tap for blue, because that would be very good for us. Nyam Nyam Renegade. Well, my cattle. Alright, my opponent wasn't trying to hook me. They are indeed playing that deck. Morgan Korn. Think about that follow. Just get this. Play this. Fetch for a basic island. Let's play this guy. And then we tap this for blue, play this gal. Pass the turn. Hey, greetings to you as well, Morgan Corn. How's your Monday going? Wherever you are in the world. All I'm gonna say is that this draw has been working out. that's all I'm gonna say. I'm here because of exclamation point Friday Never's chat. Good. Good. You're in the right place. I think I'm just gonna block here and I'm just gonna let the rank go down to 1. We're getting a Tarkas commanded? Okay. That's kind of hot. It's definitely a great exchange from my opponent. Definitely a very, very good exchange for them. So we can spin. Start there. Oops. So I'm gonna start with an Urza spin. Udo, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Play my land. Blue. No, we can't. So bubble them. Get bubble back. The join is steplings. I think I want to draw a card. I guess Urza is not gonna be doing a lot of blocking here. Because my opponent showed me a Tarkus command. And I feel like I need this Urza to win, so we're just gonna do this. Yeah, I guess I could have bounced one of their dudes, and that would have time walked them. Yeah, okay, that was just a mistake. That was just a better play. Brush fire element. That one. Let's bounce that one. And now we just get Uro and we just win. Blue, green, green, blue. Some stuff for my opponent to win at this point. I guess I might be blocking with the Urza if my opponent plays a non-fetch. Okay, we definitely want explosives, let me tell you that much. And Gust also looks pretty good. Red looks, I guess, red is kind of great. They have a bunch of X and 1s. Usually Ren is my go-to cut against this kind of deck, but my opponent has like the Hellhound, they have Steplings, they have the Brushfire Elemental. Yeah, and Uro just wins. Yeah, Uro is just unbeatable for this kind of deck. Double triumph dot hand. My opponent's saying that they're actually doing really well with their deck, which is nice. Good for them. Okay, let's go over the upsides and downsides. If I Spellbomb on turn 1, I'm not playing Emery on turn 2 anyway. So I guess I'm just gonna play a Triumph and say go. Turn 2 we can fetch for a basic island. Probably Gust my opponent's Nacatl. Next turn we can tap land plus Gust again. Bubble. Let's bubble ourselves Scalding Tarn on top. Pass on that. Worse. Damn it. Ew. Wow. Three or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, you draw 2 cards. It's kind of sweet. So on beginning of combat, I guess we're just gonna Gust the Bushfire Elemental. So the Elemental is on top of their deck. Let's say that swings for 5. I'm trying to think where can I set up Udo. I think that I can't. So I guess we're just gonna YOLO here. I think we might be dead though. Yeah, they have Bolt, we're dead. I guess that they need a fetch land. They need a fetch land in hand. So if they have fetch in hand, then we are dead. But otherwise, we would just go down to 1. That's a fetch land. All right. On the play, Rebuke is more exciting. I mean, Explosives is just so good here, right? We're on the play too. Yeah, Explosives is just too insane not to keep this hand. We basically have to find any land on top, and then we're gonna be fine. And we have 2 draws towards it, and we can also bubble trick ourselves a little bit. So there's an island on top. So we're just gonna pass the turn here, draw that island. Triumph doesn't seem great with so many early plays. Yeah, the Triumphs have been awkward. The Triumphs have been awkward, Sari. This is definitely on my short lists. My short list of things that I'm probably gonna be switching up. Fetch. Green source. Blue. Another blue source. Not quite. I think I'm taking 4 here. You're gonna follow John Herbert. Oh. It's a card. Land. Taking a Brazilian damage here. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm just going to ping the links. We're going to untap. My opponent's going to kill my Ren, that's fine. Then we're going to untap and we're going to explosives on 2 low of their dudes. Is this Sultai Udo? No, you can check out the deck list. Yeah, so Ren down. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's something. Okay, so I guess we have to Urza then. Because we have to set up a turn where we're going to like Udo in one swoop. Because otherwise the Clothes will take my Udo. What do I think of Canister blue-green style band Reclaimer deck? Well, he was not playing Reclaimer in that deck. Bushwhacker. Damn, son. Just getting kind of owned here. Just dead. Piccolino, thank you for that follow. One mana short. I could have floated mana when the Uro was not exiled yet. Oh, we're just Dobbs. 2 from Clothes, 2 from this, ping for Ren. Alright, we just died. It was kind of brutal. Where's this? 4-color Urza. So, so far the Triumphs have been very bad. Oh, that was you, Ninja? Alright, sweet. That was cool. Yeah, that was a cool deck. Like, I actually was very confused as to how to sideboard. That Glothless really got me. Got it for 1 and a 5-0 yesterday. Nice, nice, nice. Congratulations. So, it's one more breeding pool. I don't know, man. Like, these Mox Ambers have been kind of medium. I'm not sold on the Mox Ambers. Lots of Tweedlestorm. Hell yeah. Pin to get onto. So we're basically playing... Sure. We're basically playing control here. Urza control. God damn it. So much hammer time. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly, the amount of hammer time that's everywhere. Just gonna play Mox Amber right here. Enough this reason not to. So Yemri here. So here, depending on what my opponent does, we can food or we can rebuke, which is nice. Instant speed blading, you got it. Pretty sure I'm not gonna be losing to cranial plating. Nexus. Countered. Thank you very much. Feels bad to be attacking for 1, but it is what it is. Still a Shaper's Gift. You got it. Shadow Spear. I think I'm going to just bounce the Ink Moth. This Shadow Spear can be in play, I don't really care. One, two. I don't think I'm gonna have to Cryptic and also Rebuke. Lurrus in hand. Sounds good. Make food. There we go. Green, red. So now we actually have a win condition, which is nice. Go face. Sure. Go nuts. They have another hammer. Should we just rebuke this? Okay. Okay, each turn is basically a time walk, so I think I'm okay with what's going on here. Oh, I can make food. Oops. Oh no, I can make food. Like this actually taps for green now. Nothing like punting and then doubling down on said punt. I feel like basically anything that's not lethal I'm okay with. This is 5, so this will bring me down up to 8. So that's 6. Six is fine. And then there's of course the fact that if we draw any land, we're just looking great. We're not drawing great, I'll tell you that much. We're not drawing great. We're going to be 1 turn short of the red emblem. It really sucks. That really sucks. This assembly has been sitting in play doing absolutely nothing for I have no idea how many turns. It's pretty brutal. This time I'm actually fucked, I just have to go for it. So now I am actually dead to that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that sucks. Sucks so much. So their hand is Lurrus, Ink Moth, Lurrus, Ink Moth, Boots, Yes! Yes! Yeah, let's go. I think I draw from this. I guess that there is a chance that I die to this Ornithopter, right? So let's just do that. Undo this, and now we pass the turn. And they only have one attacker. And we have one blocker and one Aether Spellbomb, so now we just Cryptic Lock them. We're good to go. Unless my opponent can give protection somehow. Man, this gives hexproof. So that's the trick. I mean, I'm just blocking here though. Wait, they just trade? Okay. That's an incredible trade for us. That's like the best trade ever. Let's go. Okay, so now we got there. Yep. Unless they somehow have main deck hate. I think my opponent kind of played themselves a little bit there. Because, I mean, you have to go for it, right? It's not like you have any options. You kind of have to go for it. So let's Rocket Food. And I think that I'm going to cycle this to draw a card. Renblem. Another Ren. Now we have successfully entered the garbage time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have successfully entered garbage time. Or garbage time. I guess I should have paid off the Amok Amber and play another Mox, so I have double Cryptic up. It just doesn't matter. Like, my opponent can't win anymore now. Because I just stab their team every turn. We got a Mimnite. So, Cryptic. Counter target spell, tap or creatures. Blue, 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 1. Discard this land. This is Summoning Sick. You just played it. Literally just played it. In fact, I think I want to bounce it just because my opponent did that. Just out of spite. Just bounce it. Just so they know that they cannot mess with me. Alright. Like, 5th time we're playing against Hammer Time today. And we've been bringing this in and cutting this. And I can't remember the other thing that we were cutting. I think it was a Ren. Actually, Wildfire is interesting to answer Ink Moths. Wildfire is kind of interesting to answer Ink Moths now that I think about it. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was thinking. Like these are just like pretty solid answers to Blink Moth. So maybe I want to have access to them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much I care about the equipment. I can see situations where it's correct for me to needle an equipment, but I don't know. Seems kind of iffy. Precisely because of who we were talking about earlier with the moves to 5. No, they don't play Battle Skull because they have Lurrus 406. This hand's kind of hot though. Turn 1, we play Goosey. Turn 1, Goosey Goose. Because Moxamber enables me. Turn 2, Emery plus tapped land. Should be hot. Blink Moth. Okay. What am I needling? Am I needling Blink Moth here? I think so, right? Obviously, needling Stoneforge doesn't do anything. So I think we just need a Blink Moth. Which seems like the worst out of all the options, because they probably play like one Blink Moth. But kind of feels like the main way that I lose. Pure Steel Paladin. It's bad for us. I think we're taking this though. If they have Butterskull, you should call it Judge. Good call. Smart move. Unfortunately, I have to do it like this because like I didn't have Urza mana otherwise. I mean, I top decked the land that I needed, so it's fine now, but interesting that they didn't move the hammer to the Memnite when they saw Renin 6 from me. Now I really wish I had access to. I could just Colossus Hammer. I would be naming Colossus Hammer with Python Needle. I guess I have to shock. They have one card in hand which I do not know about. Urza blocks here, this blocks here, this blocks here. They only have 3 attackers, so I guess I can draw a card here. They're drawing Stoneforge, which means that they're going to have another Colossus Hammer. So I guess I'm going to have to block everything. Which really sucks, honestly. Another Umbri doesn't do too much. Steel Shaper's Gift. Oh, that's the worst. Because they get a trample now. Yeah, they get the trample thingy. Shadow Spear. Why are they doing this main phase? Okay. And we're technically not dead. So we're at a virtual 8. We are at a virtual 8. So we can block here and here, and we end up with Urza. Is this correct? We'll lose to any equipment, but I think that we're dead to any equipment anyway. And this, by untapping with Urza, I allow myself to actually have a line towards winning. Tap, tap, sack. Up to 8. We block for 5. My opponent... And they swing for 7. Yeah, this is... I think this is correct here. Tap, tap, sack food. Go down to 1. So we're dead unless we find explosives. Explosives. It's not explosives. But we play second Emery and we might mill explosives. Or we might mill... Oh, actually I don't have black mana, so I guess that even if I mill the Thopter Foundry, it just doesn't matter. So I guess we're gonna keep this, and we have to mill explosives. Nope. Is there anything that saves me? I have exactly 1 cryptic command in my deck. So that saves me, I guess. So I have to draw exactly cryptic. Drawing the Midnight. So I have to draw exactly cryptic command here. Play my land. No, I played my land. I literally clicked on play. God damn it. It's not a cryptic. Still playing this pile. We went 2-3 in the first league, I think, or 3-2, can't remember. It's been fun though. I've been having a good time. I've been making mistakes. I've been learning from said mistakes. It's good when that happens. This time we did draw the explosive though, so I think... I mean, we have explosives and we have land drops, but I'm most to 6. So I think I like my spot. Explosives is really good against them. Paradise Mantle is what they go for. Paradise Mantle is what they go for. Huh. Guess I made it sword. I was thinking about getting Aether Spellbomb there. That's why I was taking my time to think a little bit. Pure Steel Paladin. It's pretty good. It's also pretty good. This guarantees that I can't die, which is probably good for me. Swift Foot Boots. Got it. No attacks. Okay. You can still crack explosives here, which is nice. Plating. Sure. So now they can equip all their shit, but now the second explosive is going to come down for 2. Seems pretty solid. Ooh, second Paladin. Hell yeah. This is so good for me. Like, I was going to blow this guy up anyway, and now I got to trade for... I guess Memnite is almost a card. That's just insane for me. So good. Sure. Another Paladin? Yes, yes, yes. Tell me more, opponent. What else you got? Cigar the Sade? Sounds good. Sounds good. You do you. You do your thing, okay? You do your thing. Okay, so let's just do this real quick. Play Goosey Goosey. Green. 1. Discard. You can't beat. And explosive stabs itself, even. Like, how amazing is that? They casual 5 for 1. Don't worry about it. Just the classic 5 for 1. Don't worry about it. Spire of Industries on top. Let's get a Triumph here. Or Watery Grave. Let's get Watery Grave. And I'm shocking to represent Rebuke. Like, if we find Rebuke, we can cast it. Like, we didn't get it, but put Lurrus in hand. Sounds good. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just pass the turn holding up Cryptic. Just counter their thing. They played blue for stub instead of black for whatever this deck would be a little scarier. Do you think so? Do you think stub would be good? They probably can't. Like, they can only use stub or once they already have their dude equipped. So, like, a bunch of... Like, I feel like a bunch of the interaction happens before the dude gets equipped. So I don't think that stub would do that much. I think the deck is so quick that even a 4 spike earlier in the game would be a win. Yeah, but, like, the problem with that is that you have to make sure, like, you are the one holding up the mana as well, right? Like, maybe it's good, but at that point, wouldn't you rather just be playing Spell Pierce? Turbo Pile didn't even go for a 1. No, we didn't. We didn't. I like the changes that I made. I feel like I still lost to my mana base. I feel like more than one game was lost to just my mana base. My mana base just not working. So that's why I cut the other Triumph and I added yet another land. This time a Breeding Pool because he enters untapped. Nowhere as good as Reclaimer, less Reclaimer. Well, I mean, no deck is nearly as good as Reclaimer, less Reclaimer. Red has felt particularly medium in this deck. There were a couple of games where I just slammed it on turn 2 and it resolved, and then it just won the game by itself. So, you know, you always have to take it with a grain of salt, obviously, but... Like, we don't even have that many good spells to get back. Like, it's basically Cryptic. If we draw one of those, or the 4 Rebukes, and that's it. Like, there's literally no other spells in the deck. So it's basically those. Also, what would happen if we cut the black and we are just Rug Urza? So see this. So we of course cut Thopter Foundry and Sword of the Meek. From the board we cut Assassin's Trophy. I think that we would want the second explosives in the main deck. We can cut the Watery Grave. Spires can go. And we can probably play a couple more fetches there. Maybe Wooded Foothills. This would make our rents a lot better. So we have a couple of those. We have a Stomping Ground. There might be situations where we would access the Stomping. He's trying to permit Splashy Neuro, even Mono Red Obosh, but this might be one thing where you have to ask yourself why Udo. I mean, the reason to Udo is that you have Emery. Right? Like, this is literally the reason why Udo makes sense in this deck. Once you have Emery, then like Emery is just such a good enabler for Udo that like, to answer your question, Emery is the reason. Like, Ember is okay. Like, it hasn't been great for us, honestly. Like, the Mox Ember has been kind of medium. That's why I'm only playing 3 copies. But, like, Udo is just so... Like, Ember is just great, and you want to be playing all the copies anyway. And then just, like, Udo is also kind of awesome. You get a ton of mana, your mana seems chill when you're holding up. Yeah, but, like, I never had Udo in those situations, right? Like... It's not like this is the best Cryptic Command deck ever. Though, I guess... Huh. I guess that we can play Mystic Sanctuary once we're only playing 3 colors. Ah, okay. Okay. That's right, this card is busted. Okay, so maybe I don't want Stomping Ground then. Or I just don't want the Spires. How many islands do we have? I feel like we have a reasonable amount of islands. These are the actual islands. Just 8. That is counting the Mystic Sanctuary, so I guess I don't want to count the Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, so I guess maybe we need more. So this is a Steam Vents. Instead of Foothills, we have like a Delta or whatever. Yeah, we can definitely cut Spire. The thing is that Spire, like I have to be thinking about how my Cyber the games are going to work out, right? And then like Boil seems pretty rough once we're going so hard on islands. So some decks have like Obodo, some decks have like stuff like that, and I feel like this deck should have just Spire. The fetchable red green, so Stomping Ground. I guess Stomping Ground does play around. Stomping Ground does play around Boil. So maybe something like that. Do I feel this in? Maybe not. One Inventor's Fair, the life gain is nice and fetching a specific artifact can be useful. Well, I don't think that we want to be going so ham on the artifact. Like, again, we already cut the Thopter Sword combo. So the second you cut the Thopter Sword, then it just feels like you're just not really that much of an artifact deck anymore. Like, I want the last two cards that I'm adding to my deck, I want them to be artifacts, but I am not sure that I like. For example, I guess that it could be a Soul Guide Lantern. One of them can be a Soul Guide Lantern, and the other one like Chromatic Star. The thing is that stuff like Chromatic Star loses a ton of value the second that you don't have a Thopter Foundry in your deck anymore. So I'm not even sure that Chromatic Star would be what I want. The blue-black flip land, so to make EE a 3 if I need to. Yeah, EE on 3 seems important. Answers Blood Moon and a bunch of nonsense like that. We got the artifact on the Urza and put in some tightness and You're right, Staffs. That sounds like a reasonable strategy. I wonder why nobody's doing that. What are people thinking? So this makes it so now I have 8 artifacts to draw cards from with Emery, which seems pretty nice. And then 3 Moxen, which sometimes will give me value with Emery and sometimes they won't. And then we have 2 explosives. A Pirate Spellbomb? We could have 1 and 1. 1 Aether and 1 Pirate. Every time I say Pirate, I think of Pirate. They are the same word to me. Pirate as in R, right? That's the joke. Yeah, okay. I'm into this. We can try this out. We can try this out for sure. Anything else? Now we're up to 3 Udos. Rebuke. We get Emery. Oh, the sideboard. Maybe like a couple of bolts. Bolt sounds like a card that we might want. Bolt or a braid? I guess a braid is kind of tempting too. Just Bolt is so nice. Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking about. Like the red cards for the side. Oh, Nihil Spellbomb has to go. I guess that now when we have all of these spell bombs, it makes the goblin a lot more exciting. Where's the little gobbo? Engineer. Like now the goblin is a little bit more exciting because we have like a reasonable amount of one-offs, and then we also have chromatic star. So chromatic star is actually like a pretty good loop with engineer. So it allows it to do a pretty powerful Embry impression in that it draws a card every turn. Because you sack the chromatic star to get anything, and then this actually triggers when you go to the graveyard. So pretty strong. Why is Urza becoming popular again? Did I do this? No. I don't know who did it. I just stole this from it 4-0 the prelim. Urza never stopped being a good card. Yeah, that's true. So it's just like value. There's no combo finish now. We could also do the same thing as splashing white instead of black. Just having access to Chromatic Star is so nice when you have Engineer in your deck. Whenever we're not sure what to go get, you can just go get Chromatic Star and you just start accruing value from Engineer. Grudge is interesting. The thing is, what am I grudging anymore, right? I don't even know what I'm grudging anymore. How the mighty have fallen. Remember when Splinter Twin used to literally just splash green for the flashback on Ancient Grudge? Those were the days. Damn. Those were the days. Yeah, Toro, but like what I'm saying is like, is that better than a braid? Because a braid obviously destroys the same thing because it destroys artifacts, but it's also like a very serviceable card if I get paired against humans and I can kill a meddling mage. If I get paired against like you're playing Ember so you can fluctuate. Yeah, I understand. I understand like the idea. What I'm trying to think is like, is that little synergy worth more than just having access to a cyber card that I actively want to draw against a variety of matchups instead? You know what I'm saying? That is the question that I was asking. You get a rate value with red spellbomb for Sembry. Yeah. But it's different, right? It's different because that's like kind of an engine and I have to mill that card. As opposed to this is a card that I can just draw. Which is kind of the point. I mean, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. Like I understand the idea of grudge and I think that it's very cool. What I'm trying to think is the upside worth the lost flexibility? That is the question that I'm asking. It's an idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we're just discussing here. We're just talking about options. Trying to figure out what makes sense and what doesn't. Trying to metagame the deck against each other. Yeah, I mean, but we played with the previous deck. We played against Hammer Time 3 times, and we beat them all 3 times. Like Hammer Time is not a matchup that I'm worried about. Do I play any paper? Yeah, I mean, I used to play paper. In fact, I was getting into playing paper Magic, and then Corona happened. I went to GP Austin early last year. We can finally say last year. Early last year, I went to GP Austin, and then I top 64. And then I played on February. I played in regionals, and I top 8'd, qualified for the SCG Invitational, and then Corona hit. Played paper recently. Played versus the Yorion deck. You know what is fun? Making sure they have 80 cards post board. What do you mean? Like people like sided out extra cards against you or something? Like they tried to teach you to cheat you or something? This looks pretty interesting to me. I think we're gonna try this out. Alright folks, that's gonna be it for this stream though. Thank you so much for checking it out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.